Well, hello, fam. Welcome back to A Sweet Journey. And for those of you who are new here, I am Sonia, also known as Sweets. And my channel really focuses on my journey. My journey could be through doing my hair, trying new makeup, traveling, lifestyle. Today, I am starting a series. And this series is around self care. And the self care is specific to being intentional, and I just want to share some things that are working for me right now. And hopefully, it's something that you can take on. So, if that sounds like something that is interesting to you, please keep watching. So, this month, my very specific focus has been on really prioritizing people and places, areas that actually add value for me. I have been incredibly stressed lately. And one of the things that I want to make the distinction of is there's a difference between self care that is narcissistic and really does not actually yield to like a positive way of showing up in the world. That's actually not the self care that I'm talking about. The self care that I'm talking about is really prioritizing making sure that I'm okay so that when I'm trying to care for other people or when I'm trying to show up in the world in the right way, that I'm actually showing up well. And so, as you saw in the definition of self care, is this just intentional act of that leads to well-being, whether it is well-being in our mental space, physical, emotional, but just well-being. And so, there's a book called something about first put your mask on, and we know what that means. When we're flying, we have to put our mask on first before we can even support anybody else who's flying with us. And so it is with that I want to share some things that I've just done that are really, really cool. First is this beautiful, and this was like the end of May going into June, but I wanted to include it because it feels really important to me. And it is just, I went to Atlanta and got a chance to just go to a jazz concert. And it was wonderful. It was perfect. It was exactly what I needed that I didn't realize that I needed. And so that's the first thing. And there was something in that that just was like, I needed it. I needed to just sit in a lawn chair around like minded people and just listen to beautiful music. And so that was awesome. And so the second thing that I just want to bring up is this invitation that I received to go to this professional event at the Denver Zoo around flamingos. Okay. Now, I would not normally spend time hanging out with flamingos. Let's just be clear about that. But that's that's what turned out. And so you'll notice in this that they were free. They were just walking around. And so even though I had a small encounter, as you may have noticed, where this flamingo just it kept coming back up to me, and this one particular time it came up and was like bucking, and I was like, mm. However, what I will say in that is that I just want to celebrate just even being in a place where I could get to calm in the middle of like something that was really a little bit triggering to me. It was a little triggering, but I felt like calm. I was just like, okay, okay. He's coming in. I think it was Fred is his name. I think it was he. He was coming in hot and all in my bubble. But what I'm celebrating and what is intentional is in that moment, just acknowledging that I was able to find this place of calm in the middle of what felt very scary. And so that feels like self care to me. And I just thought I would bring that up. All right. So I have a godson who I love so much. And he graduated from kindergarten. And there's something that fills my cup so much. And just watching him, and he was dancing, and he had a small speech that he prepared. And there was something about that that just, I was like, oh man, it was perfect. And so, just a way of practicing self care, just spending time with people who I care about, especially like my godson, who is brilliant, I should say. Really, really wonderful. Okay, and I'm looking over here because I have my I have my little cheat sheet right in front of me, and so I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, so the next thing that I want to pull forward is I we have a friend of the family who was retiring from the military. And so there was something really, really nice about just being able to be in a place with someone who was celebrating like the closing out of a chapter and the opening of a new chapter. And so that felt really supportive of kind of what felt really good for me around like, let's just celebrate. And of course, it would not be a celebration if we did not end with boots on the ground. Where them fans at? And so we did. And so we had a really, really good time. And even that, even taking the time to dance and to laugh. And we even learned a new one that I didn't know. But we had this wonderful teacher that I will show you here that was like, hey, like, get out here and move something. And so that was incredible. I love, love, love that. And then I'll just end with a company sponsored rest and restore day. So we went on a road trip to Iron Mountain, and on our way there, we saw these beautiful waterfalls. It's Rifle Falls. And then we ran accidentally into this lake at Harvey State Park. And then when we got to the Iron Mountain Hot Springs, we got on this gondola. I almost lost all of my teeth, all of it, but I didn't. And it was just this slowing down of everything, and I was able to soak. The water was like some of the water was like 100 and something, 107, 100 and I think the hottest was I think 108, maybe 110 degrees. Really, really hot, but also minerals, really natural minerals inside of the water. And I was able to stretch my body. At that time, I was really, because of the stress, I'm going to name that I think because of the stress, I was all like my body wasn't well. And because my body wasn't well, it was just hard to walk. And I was in a really kind of inflamed space. But as soon as I got in this one pool is, I think it was emerald. It was like the minerals of emerald, is what I believe it was. And I got in, and immediately I was like, ah, like I could stretch. And I did. I did some stretches and really, really excited about that. And so there's something about just being able to move my body in the way that I need my body to move. And then ending in this pool where I just got real still and quiet. And I started praying, and I really felt like peace just come and visit and just sit with me. And I found myself crying and just taking a moment to just appreciate life. And I don't take it lightly that life is doing what life does, the world is doing what the world does, but I got this moment of just stillness. And I just have an appreciation for that. And I'm really grateful. And so hopefully there's something that you can glean from this. There's something that you can pull out of this. And so when you think about what well-being looks like for you, what does self-care look like for you? When is the last time that you've done something just with restoration in mind? Like with something in restoration of your body or restoration of your mind. And I think that there are things that we can do for emotional and spiritual health. But when is the last time that you've done something that was specifically designed for you and for care for you? And if you cannot think of it, you can't think of the last time you did it, then I recommend this be the moment that you say, okay, this is what I'm going to do for me. So hopefully you do it. That's your invitation. I am so grateful for you all stopping by. Hopefully my journey is inspirational to you. And next week I'll share a little bit more about what I'm getting after in this month. And I have some health goals that I am really, really working on. And so I want to bring you into that space. And so hopefully that's something that you'd be interested in. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Would love, love, love for you to just thumbs up or even leave a comment. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.